Hello everyone, welcome to Prince on Air, and this is the another video on the chapter number 1, that is solid state. Okay, in last lectures we have discussed about the classification of solids, and afterwards we have classified the crystalline solids in detail. Okay, now we will discuss about the crystal lattice and space lattice and also unit cells. Okay, so you have to open your notebooks and pen. Don't waste time, let's start that lecture. Okay, so now we have to discuss about the crystal lattice. What are crystal lattice points and unit cells here? Okay, so three terms we will discuss in this section, in this slide. Okay, so firstly listen carefully. Okay, crystal lattice, one, the crystal lattice term firstly we have to discuss. Okay, so crystal lattice is that term which is having the regular or repeating units of particles in 3D space. Okay, means in which the particles are arranged in 3D space. Okay, clear? They will form crystal lattice. Afterwards the particles are considered to be as lattice points. Okay, and the repeating units, the repeating shape units they are forming, that is considered to be as unit cells. So three terms are there, and these terms you can consider or imagine with the help of a wall. Have you all seen walls? Okay, so that wall is made up of bricks. Okay, so that full wall is considered to be as crystal lattice. Okay, and that bricks are considered to be as unit cells. Okay, and the corners, the particles present in that corners or the faces, that are considered to be as lattice points. Okay, so like in this way just we will discuss all that concepts. Now in the scientific form we have to discuss about the definitions of these three terms. Okay, so let's discuss. See, crystal lattice, firstly we have to discuss about the crystal lattice. Okay, it is a regular arrangement of constituent particles of a crystalline solid in 3D space. That I told you means this is the regular arrangement of constituent particles in 3D space. Okay, that is considered to be as crystal lattice. Then is lattice points. These all particles which are occupying that positions, okay, they are known as lattice points or lattice sites. So the positions occupied by the atoms, ions or molecules, okay, in crystal lattice are called lattice points, okay, or lattice sites also. Clear? Afterwards we have the term unit cell. What is unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest repeating unit in space lattice which when repeated over and over again it will make the crystal lattice. Now here you can see properly. Okay, this one is that whole one. Okay, that whole one, that whole cube. Okay, that whole cube is considered to be as, okay, that whole cube is considered to be as crystal lattice. Okay, clear? And that smallest section which is repeating over and over again, that is known as unit cell. Okay, and the particles at the corners, the particles which are present at the corners of the unit cell, they are considered to be as lattice points. Clear? Okay, so here you can see in the formation of lattice, and here also the formation of lattice. Okay, see here, this is the smallest unit which is unit cell, and that full body is called lattice structure. Is it clear? Okay, so let's start next point. Now we will make the crystal lattice. I will show you how that crystal lattice we can draw. Okay, so here I just want to show this in terms of that handwritten diagram. Okay, so firstly we have to draw that cube, and I will show you the crystal lattice here. Okay, now I am going to cut that cube from front side by passing a plane. Okay, clear? And afterwards from that side, here, from here we have to cut this. Okay, and from the top side, okay, top side I am going to provide that plane here. Okay, now we have to join these. Here, that point I will join with this point. This point I will join with this point. Okay, and these points will be joined like in this way. Now this one is the, you can say, the lattice. Okay, crystal lattice. How we can show it in the proper way? Okay, at alternative position I am drawing that particles here. Okay, and afterwards okay, so at alternative position that I have drawn the different particles, now I will draw the different particles here also. Okay, now can you see this crystal lattice? Okay, how? One way. Okay, here we can show it. Okay, this one section. Okay, so this one is showing the that one is showing the unit cell. Okay, that one is showing the unit cell, and these are the lattice points. Okay, and this whole is known as, that whole structure is known as crystal lattice. Okay, clear? Okay, so in that way you can see how that crystal lattice is look like, and it is made up of 8 unit cells. Okay, how? This one is 1, okay, upside 2, then these two, like these two are here. Okay, so that one is 3 and 4, and these four unit cell or cubic unit cells are here, and similarly the 4 cubic cells are also there in the back sides. Okay, so these are the crystal lattice. Here you can see total 8 unit cells are there, okay, in the given unit cell, given lattice. Okay, here now we have to discuss about the parameters of unit cell. What are the parameters of unit cell? Okay, parameters means just measurement criteria. Okay, means how we can give the dimensions of unit cells. Clear? So whenever we are defining any different types of unit cell, we have to give or classify on the basis of their dimensions or parameters here. Okay, so now what are parameters? Firstly, that one is length. Okay, length, edge lengths, that are A, B, C, and second one is edge angles. Okay, these or axial angles, that are alpha, beta, gamma. How? You can see here. Firstly, I will draw, and afterwards I will show from the diagram here. Suppose this one is the x-axis, here it is y, and this one is z, like in this way. Okay, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. X-axis this side, y-axis upside, and z-axis towards the observer. Okay, so like in this way you can see. And here towards x-axis I am considering the length or edge length to be A, and toward y-axis I am considering it is B, and towards z-axis I am considering it as a C. Okay, now angles we have to see the angle here. A is the side here, and just opposite to that the sides are or the axes are B or C. Okay, and the angle between these two y and z axis, that are considered to be as alpha. Okay, alpha just related to the A, and opposite angle to the A, that is considered to be as alpha. In that way you just understand. Okay, the alpha angle is between alpha in between axis y and z. Okay, now beta, B, the opposite of B are x and y axis, or you can say A and C, so it will be beta here. Okay, so beta will be between axis, which axis? X and z. Okay, and gamma will be like here, opposite to C, so it will be gamma, and it will be in between the x and y, so gamma will be in between x and y. Okay, so in this way you can understand the angles properly. Okay, so you can see firstly and note it down, and afterwards I will show from the diagram. Okay, that neat diagram I will show. Okay, so done. So see here, A towards the x-axis, here we can draw x-axis, here it will be, you can say, y-axis, and here we can say z-axis. We have written that ABC axis. Okay, so towards x-axis the edge length is A, towards y-axis it is B. Okay, and towards z-axis it is C. Okay, and afterwards you can see here the angle between this one is alpha is just opposite to A, means you can say A opposite angle is alpha here. Okay, and it will be in between B and C, or you can say Y and Z. Okay, and beta will be just opposite to B, means it will be in between X and Z, and gamma just opposite to C, and it will be in between X and Y, or you can say A and B. Okay, clear? Now total 6 parameters are there, which are A, B, C, means these are 3 edges along X, Y and Z axes, and afterwards alpha, beta, gamma, means these are the angles between these axes. Okay, that's why it is also known as axial angles. Clear? So on the basis of these different forms of unit cells, we have to classify that different types of unit cell here. Okay, total 14 types of unit cells firstly there will be there, that Bravais lattices will be there, but before that we have to classify unit cell on the basis of the simple and centered unit cell. Okay, so there are two types of unit cells here. First one is primitive unit cell, or it is also called simple unit cell, and second one is centered unit cell. Okay, primitive unit cell, and or you can say primitive or simple unit cell, and afterwards centered unit cell. Okay, so primitive unit cell are those unit cell in which the particles are present at the corners only. Okay, if you are having any shape of the unit cell, it may be cubic, it may be hexagonal, it may be monoclinic, triclinic, that shapes we will discuss in the next slides. But just you have to remember that one thing: primitive unit cell are those unit cell, or simple unit cell are those unit cell in which the particles are present only at corners. Okay, like here you can see particles are present only at corners. Okay, particles are present only at corners. Okay, so these are considered to be as primitive unit cell. So yeah, you can write here as the in which the particles present only at corners. Okay, clear? And centered unit cell. Centered unit cell are those unit cell in which the particles are present at corner as well as some other places. Okay, center of other places. Okay, so particles are present at corners as well as the centers of some other places. Okay, clear? Now you can see these are of three types. First one is face centered. Okay, face centered. What is face centered? In which the particles are present at corners and also the centers of the faces. Now all of you know in the cubic form there are total 6 types of faces. Okay, like left, right, up, down, front, back. Okay, total 6 faces are there, and at the center of these faces, okay, there will be presence of one particle. Clear? So there will be that 6 particles are present at the centers of the faces, and also 8 particles will present at the corners of the unit cell. Okay, yeah. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so total that contribution is different part. Okay, that contribution we will discuss in the next sections, but firstly we have to discuss here the number of particles. Okay, so number of particles here, these are occupied at the 6 faces and 8 corners. Okay, now body centered. What are body centered particles? Okay, or body centered unit cells. The unit cells in which the particles are present at the corners and also at the center of the body. Okay, means here you can see the particles are present at the corners 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and also at the center. Okay, so that's why it is considered to be as body centered unit cell. Okay, next one is end centered unit cells. Okay, what are end centered unit cells? In which the particles are present at the corners as well as at the center of the faces of opposite. Okay, that opposite faces. Okay, you can say the particles are present at the corners and also at the opposite faces. Okay, opposite faces may be front back, left right, okay, or up down. Okay, any two faces will be occupied here. Clear? So these are the types of unit cell here, and these are further classified on the basis of the parameters. Okay, so on the basis of parameters we have classified the unit cell into how many categories it should be there. 14 firstly 14 Bravais lattices are there, but we have classified on the basis of parameters are 7. Okay, so here I will show you the trick how to learn the 14 Bravais lattices. Clear? So side by side we have to draw it. Okay, one by one you have to make it. Firstly you can listen carefully, you can learn the trick, and afterwards you have to draw it for 2 or 3 times, because it is an important, most important section here. Okay. So first system, okay, first system it should be, you can see here, the first system is, it should be cubic. Okay, cubic. Clear? Rhombohedral. Rhombohedral. Okay. Tetragonal. Hexagonal. Ortho rhombic. Monoclinic. Okay, and triclinic. So these 7 types of system will be there. Okay, now we have to learn these, their edge lengths and axial angles, and also the types of system further classified on the basis of the like simple or centered unit cells. Okay. So in cubic, edge length, you know that alpha A, B, C. Okay, so these both are, these all are equal. Here also A, B and C are equal. Okay, afterwards in next 2 sections A is equals to B but not equals to C. Similarly A is equals to B but not equals to C. And in the third section A is not equals to B is not equals to C. A is not equals to B is not equals to C. A is not equals to B is not equals to C. Okay, now how I have learned this? So the trick is, side by side you can learn it. Okay, trick: Q rho te hai और mon 3. Okay, Q रोते हैं और mon 3. Okay, Q रोते हैं और mon 3. Like in this way, just you have to learn this, the first 2 or 3 letters, and through that you can learn the name of the that systems, crystal systems. Okay, and afterwards you have to classify it into the 3 sections. Okay, in the first section the first 2 will be there, in the second section second 2 will be there. Okay, and afterwards at last the last third will be there. Okay, in the first section edge length will be equal, means all that edges the length of edges will be equal. In the next sections first 2 will be equal and third will be not be equal, and at the last one, the third section, all that edge lengths are not equal to each other. Okay, so in this way you just learn. Afterwards axial angle, axial angles are alpha, beta, gamma. So here we have to take the alpha, beta, gamma and 90 degree. So it will be alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degree. Okay, clear? We have to take this one for the each first system in the each section. Okay, there are 3 sections we have made now. So in this first will be like here, like in this way, alpha equals to beta is equals to gamma is equals to 90 degree. Similarly here alpha is equals to beta is equals to gamma is equals to 90 degree. Clear? Is it clear? Now this one, rhombohedral, it will be alpha equals to beta is equals to gamma. All are equal, but these are not equals to 90 degree. Okay, just you have to learn step by step. Okay, and try to draw it. Okay, and afterwards hexagonal, you can remember that if the hexagonal is there, no, if the hexagonal is there means that there should be the existence of 120 angle. Okay, 120 degree angle should be there. So it will be alpha is equals to beta, which are 90 degree, but gamma will be 120 degree. Okay, so just in this way you can learn, yes or no. And here we have taken alpha beta 90 degree. Now here we can take alpha and gamma 90 degree, but for monoclinic we don't know the angle. For hexagonal we can just memorize that angle one angle should be 120 degree, but here we can't remember. So just you can write beta is not equals to 90 degree. Clear? At the last what you have to write, alpha is not equals to beta is not equals to gamma is not equals to 90 degree. Clear? So in that way you can learn the dimensions of parameter relationship. Okay, now we have to make the 14 Bravais lattices. What we have to do here, 14 Bravais lattices we have to make. In this way we have classified 7. Okay, 7 we have classified, and these are further divided into the category of primitive or centered unit cells. Okay, so remember that all are having primitive unit cell, means the particle should be present at the corner. So all are having primitive and primitive. So total 7 will be there. Okay, 7 will be there now. Okay, clear? So each system, from the first section, okay, from the first section, like here and here, okay, these are having body centered. Okay, these are having body centered system. So total will be 10 now. Okay, and afterwards we have to see the face centered. So all that first one here and first one here, not from the middle one. Okay, these are having face centered unit cells. Okay, and afterwards this one and this one, these are having end centers. Okay, so total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. So in this way total 14 Bravais lattices are there. So if you can't understand that writing here now, okay, I'll give you the trick page in the next slide. You can, if you want to take the slide screenshot, you can take it. Okay, so now it is an important section. They can ask you on the basis of this one, means which crystal system is having all types of crystal system, like of primitive, face centered, end centered and body centers. Okay, so all types of crystal system, which one is having. Okay, you can just give the answer orthorhombic. Okay, so firstly you have to memorize or practice the trick how to make this table. Try to make this table 2 or 3 times and you can remember the trick how to make it. Here it is the trick page or the slide through which you can memorize, or just if you want to take the screenshot you can take it. Okay, clear? So now side by side we have to learn their examples also. Here we will discuss some examples, like in cubic some examples are like NaCl, zinc blende, copper, silver and potassium chloride. There calcinite is calcium carbonate. Okay, it is the type of calcium carbonate. Cinnabar, okay, and quartz. Cinnabar and its quartz. Clear? Yeah, Cinnabar is mercuric sulfide, HGS. Tetragonal is white tin, titanium dioxide and calcium sulfate. Hexagonal, it is graphite, zinc oxide, cadmium sulfide. So orthorhombic will be rhombic sulfur, KNO3, BaSO4, PbCO3, and monoclinic will be monoclinic sulfur, Na2SO4 dot 10H2O, and for triclinic it will be K2Cr2O7, CuSO4 dot 5H2O and H3BO3. So these are the examples that you have to learn. Any two examples you can learn here. Okay, clear? Okay, then now let's practice some questions here. Give difference between hexagonal and monoclinic unit cells that we have discussed just now. Try to solve by pausing this video, and we will resolve this answer. Try to solve it. Okay, yes, done. So hexagonal, what is hexagonal unit cell? See here, in hexagonal unit cell, A is equals to B is not equals to C, and axial angle will be alpha is equals to beta, but is equals to 90 degree, but gamma is not gamma is equals to 120 degree. Okay, so in hexagonal it will be there. For how we can classify there, how we can differentiate these two terms? First, on the basis of edge length, second on the basis of axial angles, and third on the basis of types of system, and fourth point will be on the basis of examples. Okay, so four difference will be there, and if they can ask you on the basis of it will be of 2 marks, so you can give that 4 difference point. Okay, next one is face centered and end centered. What is the difference between face centered and end centered? First point, face centered, just you can write their definitions. Okay, in face centered unit cells, their particles are present at the corners and as well as the faces. Okay, center of the faces. But in case of end centered, the particles are present at corners as well as any two opposite faces. Okay, so the particles are present at the center of opposite two faces, that are end centered, and here on the all faces, means the center of at the center of all faces, they are considered to be as face centered. So that is a major difference here. Next one is, which primitive unit cell has unequal edge lengths and axial angles? So try to solve this yourself. Okay, try to solve this yourself first. Have you done it? Yes? Anybody clear? So answer will be, see, answer will be question. Can you understand the question? Primitive unit cell we have to tell which has unequal edge lengths. Unequal edge length means A is not equals to B is not equals to C. Okay, means the 3 section that we have classified, no, means last section from there it should be there. Okay, and all the axial angles are different from 90 degree. All the axial angles are different from 90 degree. Okay, what should be the angle here? What should be the system here? What should be the answer here? So alpha A is not equals to B is not equals to C, and angles are different from 90 degrees. So see here table, once again I will show that table. Angle should be different from 90 degree. Clear? So answer will be triclinic here, because here two angles are equals to 90 degree. Here all angles are equal to 90 degree. So we can't take that. Okay, so answer will be triclinic. Yeah, answer will be triclinic. Okay, clear? Okay, so next one, assertion reason based question is there. First question is, that is monoclinic sulfur is an example of monoclinic crystal. Assertion is monoclinic sulfur is an example of monoclinic crystal. I think so this one is the right one. Okay, in the table you have seen that monoclinic sulfur is an example of monoclinic, and also the rhombic sulfur is an example of orthorhombic. So here monoclinic sulfur is an example of monoclinic crystal. Reason: for a monoclinic crystal, system, A is not equals to B is not equals to C, and alpha is equals to beta, gamma is equals to 90 degree, but beta is not equals to 90 degree. So is this a right one? Check it from your notebook and see the table once again. Have you seen this? So is this right one for the monoclinic crystal system? Yes or no? Okay, so I'll tell you that answer should be, if the assertion is, see, assertion and reason both are correct, and reason is correct explanation of assertion. If it is so answer should be A. And similarly, if the assertion and reason both are correct, the statement but the reason is not correct explanation of assertion, then we have to give that option B. And if the assertion is correct statement but reason is wrong statement, then we have to give that answer as a C. And if the assertion is wrong and statement but reason is correct, then we have to give that answer D. So answer will be A here. Answer will be A. Okay, because both statements are correct, and that given reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Okay, clear? Now these are some questions that you have to practice yourself, that we have discussed already. What are defined primitive unit cells? Okay, these which are having particles at only corner places. Difference between crystal lattice and unit cell, just you have to write their definitions. Hexagonal and monoclinic, that we have discussed just now. Okay, so this one is the part which you have to do yourself, because these are the back exercise questions of or the in-text questions of NCERT. Okay, clear? And last question, that last question I just want to tell you, that is asked in the AIIMS. Okay, in AIIMS it was asked in the previous year section, so you can see that question level. So that is the end of this session. Okay, hope you like these lectures or slides. If you like that, then you have to follow all that instruction which I am going to provide you. Okay, so at last I would like to say, make your notes properly and study it properly. You have to read that notes one by one. Okay, whenever you are listening, you are watching that lectures, no, you have to make that notes on rough notebook first. Afterwards you have to make that notes, or you can note that make that notes in the proper way or decorative way on your fair notebook. Okay, so I hope you are safe. Okay, stay at home, keep studying and keep motivated. Thanks for watching this video.